What's up, everybody? It's your main man, 360 the Poet. Hey, Las Vegas, get ready to celebrate Freedom Day with Rainbow Dreams Educational Foundation at the 23rd Annual Las Vegas Juneteenth Festival. It's going down Saturday, June 15th from 4 to 9 p.m. at the Expo World Market Center located at 435 South Grand Central Parkway. Join us for a Jubilee celebration like no other, featuring food, vendors, live DJs, prizes, and a free concert you won't want to miss, featuring Billboard Top 10 artist Jay Brown, along with Maya Milan, Vice City, and Vegas' own Ray Millie. Free health screenings provided by Southern Nevada Health District. There's a kid zone, prizes, giveaways, and more. Empowering people and igniting the culture at the 23rd Annual Las Vegas Juneteenth Festival. For more information or to register for your e-tickets, visit June19lv.com. That's June19lv.com. This event is powered by Zappos, Google, and the Love Live campaign. Love freely, love openly, love fearlessly. Live you equals you.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Big Shook, host of the Undrafted Outlaws Sports Show. Man, listen, if you want some real down south, Louisiana-style Cajun food, you need to go check out DB's Cajun Kitchen. Yo, they got lobster and grits, seafood boils, signature fries, signature po' boys, signature egg rolls, and desserts. Oh, and my favorite, them gumbo tacos. Yo, they open from 11 to 8, Wednesday to Monday, 11 to 5:30 on Sunday. Located in North Las Vegas at 4343 North Rancho Drive. They even have to-go orders and catering. Hit them up, 725-780-1850, or go to the website, dbcajunkitchen.com. So, yo, don't just tell your friends about me. Tell them about DB's Cajun Kitchen.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Hey, it's Icarice, and I'm here to tell you about Hotcast for Podcasting. We are a podcasting studio located in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You can book online at hot7025fm.com. Just click on Hotcast. You can book and find your times right there. Thank you for booking with Hotcast for Podcasting.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
This is Kristen Gamer, and you are tuned into my mom, Kristie J.
Come talk shit and politic with Kristie J from the Chisholm Report every Saturday at 10 a.m. on hot7025fm.com.
Yeah, election time's coming. Who you gonna vote for? Yeah, if I was president, I'd get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, yeah. Instead of spending billions on the war, I can use that money so I can feed the poor. 'Cause I know some so poor. When it rains, that's when they shower, scream and fight the power. That's when the vulture devours. If I was president, I get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, yeah. I know some soldiers that sleep but they can't dream. Wake up with screams, sounds of M16. So take this medal of honor for your bravery. I wish you the best, kid. You and your family. If I was president, I get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, if I was president, if I was president.
But the radio won't play this. They call it rebel music. How can you refuse it? Children of Moses, tell the children the truth, the truth.
It's not all that bling that's diamond.
Tell them the truth, the truth.
Most of y'all wear cubic zirconium.
Tell them the truth, yeah.
Your soul is worth more than diamonds.
If I was president, all blacks, I have reparation, no segregation, feed the nation so there's no famine. Muslims, Jews, Christians, with all whole hands every week on the beach, party by the sand. Word up, take trips on Air Force One. Don't need to bring the homeless with no sneaks to Air Force One. Better schools in the hood, better teachers for the classes, making money, paying no tax. Find the best scientists, tell them come up with an answer. I want the cure for AIDS and cancer, but I gotta watch my back. Snipers on the hill with the steel, waiting to JF
I
kill.
was president. I get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, if I was president. I feel the rain coming. Let me play my guitar for them right now.
Let's go.
Refugees. Yeah.
Good morning. This is Kristie J, and you're in with the Chisholm Report. Thank you for coming in Saturday morning, speaking with me, sitting here and talking. All right. And we're going to talk shit and politics today, okay? So the first thing I want you to do, I want you to close your eyes. I hope I sound like one of those meditation people. Close your eyes and imagine that you have been at work all day, okay? For some reason, your phone is ringing off the hook. Everything is coming to you, all the emails, all the problems, things like that. If you work in sales, you know, you can get some problem customers, things like that. And you are like, you know what? I need a break. And on the way to you having a break, you say, hey, my work husband hasn't came around. I'm going to go by his office real quick. And you walk by his office and he's not there. And then you realize, you know, like, oh, I don't want to go all the way down the office hallway because that's my manager or supervisor's office. And you don't want her to give you a last minute assignment or an email or something to turn in. So you don't go all the way down there. And you run to your friend Jesus that you go go outside to have festivities with on a lunch break. He hasn't come by your office or anything. So you go looking for everybody and everybody is gone. And you like, why is everybody gone? Why am I still here and ain't nobody here? Okay. And then you look and you see that there was an email that was sent 2 years ago. Okay. And told you that you were going to be free to leave the office 2 hours early. And nobody told you. So that's just a Juneteenth for me. You feel me? So that's basically what is a celebration. Happy Juneteenth to everyone who is celebrating, which I am. Okay. And I want to say that I want to give a vision of how pissed off you will be if you found out everybody was able to get off work and nobody told you that y'all were off work, that you did not have to come back, and you end up working for the same wages free. Okay, because you stayed at work and did not get double the pay because everybody else got holiday pay. That is so irritating to me. Okay, so in saying that, okay, I want you guys to get a gist of what actual Juneteenth is, okay? And basically in Texas, Galveston, Texas area, they were the last slaves to know that they were freed over 2 years ago. Okay. And for a while I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? That is just, why would you keep working? I'm thinking in my head, this when I'm younger or whatever. Why would you just keep working? And this and all this stuff. Like, they did not have email, social media, phones. Shoot, they didn't even have regular newspapers in those areas. It was nothing where someone could actually tell you unless they wrote a letter and you were a slave. So of course you couldn't read or write. Okay, so how are you going to get this information? Okay, and I see some of my black leaders that are out there that are very radical, like, y'all celebrating Juneteenth because that's what they gave you. No. Let me correct you on some things, okay? It is okay to not celebrate something yourself. It is okay to dig deeper into situations or events or holidays so you can have a better understanding just like everybody else, okay? Juneteenth, the reason why these people celebrated was because they finally found out that they were free. We celebrate that because we want to celebrate our independence also. Y'all done came and took all the holidays, okay? All the righteous people done took all the holidays from me, okay? My favorite holiday, 4th of July, because I was born on the 5th. Love fireworks. They like, no. Okay, so, well, shoot, are we busting them today or what? Okay, but it is okay for people to celebrate things that you don't, and for you not to try to bash them about them doing it. Let's have celebrations. I haven't seen you guys come up with any that will actually help us other than bashing the ones that we have right now. Come up with a new one. I'll come. I'll be right there, bro. So I want you guys I have a clip, and I want to tell y'all about what Juneteenth is, and we're going to go from there. Let's go ahead and go into the clip. We'll discuss after.
I mean, if we want to honor the end of slavery, then we should celebrate Juneteenth.
Wait, that's what Juneteenth is?
Juneteenth has only been recently recognized as an official holiday, but it's actually the longest-running African-American holiday celebrating the Emancipation Proclamation. Here's how this once local holiday has become one that is now recognized from coast to coast. June 19th, commonly known as Juneteenth and formerly known as Emancipation Day or Jubilee Day, marks the day that federal troops arrived in Galveston, Texas in 1865, taking control of the state and freeing all enslaved people. The Emancipation Proclamation was issued on January 1st, 1863, which was said to be the day all enslaved Africans and Confederate states were to be set free. In reality, it didn't end completely. In fact, there were still enslaved people in states like Kentucky and Delaware, as well as in Texas, where there wasn't much military presence, so slavery continued. It wasn't until troops arrived in Galveston on June 19, 1865, that 250,000 people were freed. Juneteenth reached new heights in 1872, when a group of black ministers and businessmen established Emancipation Park in Houston, Texas. So now, 160 years later, the story of Juneteenth is still spreading. Today, Juneteenth is celebrated everywhere through family cookouts, parades, festivals, with residents, local businesses, and more. Texas was the first state to recognize Juneteenth as an official holiday in 1980. Since then, at least 45 states and the District of Columbia have moved to officially recognize the day as well. In 2020, following the death of George Floyd, lawmakers reintroduced a bill to make Juneteenth a federal holiday.
Hey, thanks.
All right. So, yeah, just want to give you guys some additional history on that and know why people want to celebrate, get together as a people, and find when we have celebrations like this, they always have a panel or a board where people get together to be able to throw ideas off each other, network, and be able to get together with your people. Well, this is great time. And with that being said, today we have the annual Las Vegas Juneteenth experience, and that will be at 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. today. It's a free event at the Expo for World Market Center. This is at 435 South Grand Central Parkway, and that is in the 89106. Also, tomorrow you have the second annual NAACP Juneteenth Jubilee Block Party. That is at 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And that is on, it's at 810 South 3rd Street, and that's 89101. The first one, the annual experience, the Juneteenth experience, is being hosted by the Rainbow Dreams Educational Foundation. And the second one, the annual NAACP, is being hosted by the NAACP branch number 1111. Okay. I have 2 questions for you. One is, out of the video that I just showed you, or your own personal information, can you give me some additional information on Juneteenth? Okay. Second question is, do you know anyone with COVID? I know I asked this question. I've asked this question at least 3 or 4 times in the last couple of weeks, right? So I want to give you some information on that. Okay. One is, in the state of Nevada, in the last 30 days, we've had in-bed COVID cases 0.3%. Okay. Weekly COVID admission per 100,000 is 2.0. Okay, that's probably people that still have COVID. Okay. Weekly new cases is 0.0. And then the boosters, when they saying, okay, how much is your state boosted or whatever, is 13%. So I didn't get any of the vaccines. I didn't get the boosters or anything like that. And I think with the people that I did encounter who did get the boosters and stuff like that, they all caught COVID just as many times as I have, or maybe more. Okay. What do you think about that? I have nothing negative to say about that, because you are the only person who can be able to save your life. You have to make those decisions. And I know a lot of people that felt like they took the vaccine and it helped them. And I know people that said I would never take the vaccine and they felt like that helped them. I just ask you, what's your question? What's your status? Are you vaccinated? And are you worried about another COVID wave? Okay. So locally, let's go ahead and go in locally. Last week, we had the primary elections here in Nevada and all over the country. I wanted to give you some additional results from here, and it's a lot of people, so I'm not going to name everybody because everybody's not as important of the people that I personally know and want them to win. So I'm going to talk about the ones I wanted to win and things like that. If you have someone on there that you want to be able to post and say, this person won, and you want me to say congratulations to them or whatever, because a win is a win. Okay. Please go ahead and post that, and we can be able to, celebrate with them also. So in the primaries for state Senate, and this is District 4, Democrat Dina Neal won at 72.3%. I want to point out some additional numbers to you guys also, okay? So that's a great number, okay? But she only got 4,600 plus votes, okay? I want you to pay attention to these numbers once I go through these, okay? State Senate District 4, U.S. House District 4, Democrat was Stephen Horsford, and he got 89.5%. That was 34,000 people came out to vote for Stephen Horsford. State Assembly, District 6, we have Javon Jackson, which got 84% of his vote, and only 23 people plus voted for him. Okay, but he won. He was able to get it. Okay, Trustee, Clark County School District, Tamika Henry. I love Tamika. I love everybody on here. You guys are amazing. I love y'all, each one of y'all. Okay, Tamika got 37.6%. She will have to go up again, I believe, because you have to have 50%. 50 plus 1% to be able to actually win it. Okay, so she has a little bit more of a battle to go, but she had 9,700 people, 9,780 people voted for her. Okay. Then we talked about last week. We talked about why the mayor position was not on every ballot, and people were very upset about that. I was kind of pissed off too, because I felt like I wanted to vote. Now we had a show here called The Antidote, and Troy Walker they used to be on the show with us, and they had their own show, and they were funny, and they talked politics and local information and everything else or whatever. They were dope. He went up against Shirley Berkeley. Okay, Shirley Berkeley had $46 million in funds. Okay, he got $200. Okay, and he still came in second. I'd say go ahead, Troy, okay, because I believe that you would be a better mayor than she would, but you just did not have the money behind you, okay? Great fight. He actually got out of how many did she get? Where's she at? She got 25,000 people voted for her. He came in second. I mean, no. Please forgive me. Shelley Berkeley went for the mayor. Okay, she has a runoff with another person. She has not won it all the way yet, and she got 35.7% of the vote, and it was 25,765. Cedric Career. I hope I said it right. Yes. 18.9%. He actually came in third. He will not be in the runoff, but I appreciate your honor, and I wish that you were the one taking over that position. Okay. So where is my friend? He in here somewhere. Okay. City councilman for City of Las Vegas, Ward 5. You had Chandra Armstrong. She got 32% of the vote. She only got 2,400 votes. Cameron Miller got 18.9% of his votes, and they still have runoffs. Okay, but he only got 1,465 votes. Okay. Where is this information? Okay, Ward 2. Robert Taylor got 39.9% of the votes, which he was able to secure 1,955 votes. It was a difference of 58 votes of him winning. He won, but I believe he still has to go back and actually go again, because he did not get the 50 plus 1%. Okay, so I wanted to be able to point those things out to you. Okay. Then I wanted to be able to ask you that. Oh yeah, it was two questions. The first question was the maintenance services for North Las Vegas. Do you want to give to the parks and the streets and stuff like that? Okay, they said yes at 79%. The question 2 was public safety. That was like, do you want to give to the police and the police? And I said no, but they said yes at 77.7%. Okay, so those questions are going to be moving forward also. Now, the reason why I told you the numbers is this, okay? This is the lowest turnout that they have had in years, okay? And if you're not paying attention, they will take this election, and we will lose our power, okay? So the Democrats, okay, when we talk about them running for, just for mayor, okay, Shelley Berkeley got 177 votes. Oh, sorry. She won that. But out of all of the candidates, which were only 4, it was a total of 155,000 votes. Okay. The Republicans had 13 candidates. 13 candidates. And when you put them all together, it comes to 167,000 votes. That's telling me that if we do not get out and vote, they will be able to get their people. Each one of these, every one of them that I looked at for Democrat versus Republican, they had more votes They just had more candidates that split their actual votes. And if they put their votes together, they will be able to change a whole bunch of stuff here. That's the abortion ban. That's the bump stocks. That's all of that additional stuff. Okay, that is them trying to overchange having hookers, not in this county, but outside this county. Okay, this is everything. They can be able to overturn the marijuana. They can do all of that additional things, and all of that is in their policies that they want to move forward. So I'm telling y'all that it's important that when I went through these numbers, this told me that people, your homies did not come out to vote. Everybody that y'all went and went to go see, they did not come out to vote. You need to be on top of these people to be able to make sure that they come out to vote, because this is very important that if we do not get the votes, then we do not get the representation. And that tells, okay, so then along with that, I wanted to be able to say all that to say that there's things that are in jeopardy of our rights right now. One is the federal courts have decided not to do the bunk stock ban, okay? But Nevada said that they will keep it illegal here because of what happened in October and us having the mass shooting, okay? I have a clip about why they're doing that. Let's go ahead and go into the clip, and then we can be able to discuss it more. But these things are, yes, these things are important because this is now, are you able to have the type of gun that you want? Are you, all these different things that come about. So let's go ahead and go into the clip, and then we'll
down a federal ban on bump stocks. Those devices turn semi-automatic rifles into something closer to a machine gun.
The ban was enacted in the wake of the 2017 mass shooting in Las Vegas. CBS correspondent Natalie Brand is in Washington with reaction.
Jim and Erica, legal analysts say this decision was not really about the Second Amendment as much as federal power and who put this regulation in place. The conservative justices ruling that the ATF overstepped its authority in banning bump stocks.
The U.S. Supreme Court put guns back in the political spotlight Friday, striking down a ban on bump stocks. The Trump administration put the rule in place after America's deadliest modern mass shooting. In 2017, a gunman fired more than 1,000 rounds into the crowd at a Las Vegas concert in 11 minutes. The High Court's 6-3 opinion focused on the mechanics of the gun accessory.
This is whether or not the ATF, an executive agency, could say semi-automatic weapons plus bump stock equals machine gun, and machine guns are banned under federal law.
Justice Thomas, writing for the majority, said a bump stock does not convert a semi-automatic rifle into a machine gun any more than a shooter with a lightning-fast trigger finger does. Justice Sotomayor, in the dissent, sharply disagreed, stressing a rifle equipped with a bump stock can fire at a rate of 400 to 800 rounds per minute. Writing, when I see a bird that walks like a duck, swims like a duck, and quacks like a duck, I call that bird a duck.
All right. So I wanted to say that, and then we're going to go into some additional national news, but this is all tied in, bro. Okay? I want y'all to know that this is all tied in. Okay? So if you are savvy and you know what Trump's platform for this election is, the things that he's said that he's going to work on in the 4-year duration of the term, go ahead and put that into the chat. If you do, great. If you don't, have a listen. Okay. I also have some additional things that Biden said that he's going to do. So Trump said he's running for, he's trying to make public safety. Ooh, my phone would do that. Public safety concerns. Partial crime committed to undocumented immigrants. A centerpiece for his campaign would be increasing power to the police and the Democratic policies leading from criminal reform. Okay, and the crime sprees in big cities, which he says are Democrat cities. Okay. And then you have Biden. Okay, so Biden, there was a couple. His is way longer because, of course, Trump's is long enough to fit a tweet. Biden's talks about the impact of climate and that he wants to be pollen free by 2030. That he pledges that for the people. He also wants to talk about the climate with crops, like the climate issues that they have with crops and also livestock. Let's also look at he wants to donate or get at least $7 billion towards solar power grants for low income families. And he wants to reserve the wildlife and I guess basically want to start drilling in Alaska, but reserve the wildlife. They don't want to kill the animals, but they just go pump all the oil and make the animals run. They also want to push for low pollution and more electric vehicles and less coal and what they call it, natural gas. I guess that's what it is. Okay. So these are the platforms. Okay. Now, I told y'all before that the president really don't matter. That's why they got these old ass dudes. It's not like they go be in a physical fight with anybody. That's why they got them up there. It's ceremonial. They're just there to look at people, right? That's why they old and both of them are in diapers. But and nobody's talking about this either. That both of them are in diapers, okay? Like everybody talking about, oh, he's better than him. Well, they gonna be in the same convalescent home. The problem is when you don't show up locally, you don't give the team. You know how you do a pickup game? Example pickup game, okay? And you go to the park and you really don't know who you got on your team. You got a couple of people that you know that they come to the park all the time, but then you got this scraggly dude that just came up. He like, I got next. He like, dang, I don't really want him, but come on so we can have enough, you know what I mean? And you end up picking up some that you don't really want. But you make do, okay? You try to figure out everybody's skill set and you try to get them there until you can fill them out. You're not giving them the ball right off back. You trying to make sure that if you give it to them, is they open, but if they blow the shot, you're damn near not going to give them the ball again. So you have to know that you're packing your team with your local people. Okay, those are the people that's actually going to say that you can call and say, hey, this is going on in my neighborhood and I want somebody to take a look at it. Or how do I find more programs for felons? Or how do I find more programs for low income families or for children or this and this and that? And they're supposed to be able to develop these things, to be able to bring them to Congress, to be able to make it relevant for you. That's your representation. But if you don't have representation, then what are you doing? They don't know what you want. I say this all the time, and everybody always. I say this: when you walk in McDonald's, you go to, first of all, y'all will yoke every black business out here. Okay, y'all will yoke them and give them a bad review because of your one bad experience, instead of calling and talking to the manager and saying, hey, y'all messed up my order and I want to tell you about what happened, and giving them a option and way for them to be able to fix it for you. So at least if you're gonna yoke that, just go there and give them bad reviews, and that messes up their business, their credibility on these different sites. Don't do that, okay? First of all, but you'll go back to McDonald's and McDonald's will mess up your order every week. Every you go where they mess your order, they don't give you something that you don't want, the fries cold, whatever. You go right on back in there, okay? And that is y'all in these states, living in these states that don't give you what you want, living in these states that tell you that you're not important, that we don't care nothing about your money. So you keep going back to these states who don't care about you, that don't make rules that fit your agenda, that don't vote in your favor. None of that. But you come right back and you go right back in there, right? And then you just stand at the door at McDonald's, just staring at the person at the desk. You ain't told them nothing. Ain't told them what you want. Ain't winked nothing. Ain't gave them a note or nothing. So they looking at you like you crazy because you're just standing there. I'm calling the police because this crazy lady is standing at the thing and she just keeps staring at me. They go put you out. Why they go put you out? Because you have not given them your order. You have not told them what you want. I want more programs for kids. I want more programs for education. I want more programs to be able to help low income families. I want more programs that's for small business. I want more programs for weed. I want hookers in Clark County. If these are the things that you want, you have to voice that so they can be able to give you your six piece and fries and a drink. Okay, but if you're not, and you're saying you want steak and lobster, and that's all y'all that don't vote. I want steak and lobster. Okay, I want it all. I want the butter. I want everything. I want it to be exactly right. The seasons on there perfectly, but you don't tell them nothing. You tell everybody else that don't have. And then when I ask you, how are you going to fix it? You never have a solution. You just have a problem. So you got steak and lobster dreams, right? You want them to do for you like steak and lobster, but you don't have nothing to give them to be able to get steak and lobster. Like if you go out with a sugar daddy or something like that, and he wants the sugar, but you're not giving the sugar, so then he take you to Applebee's instead of taking you to Ruth Chris. This is the problem, okay? If he know the program and you know the program, then you get what you want and they get what they want. That's exactly what we're trying to do here. We want America to be the best sugar daddy out here, okay? I need one personally, if anybody knows it. Well, but what I'm okay, I'll speak about that, okay? And I apologize to Hamburger Hut, okay? Because that's before I decided to do better in my life, okay? And that's another problem, okay? I did not tell you to do what I would do, okay? Yes, I shut it down. Yes, I went on there and I did that. And I also went back on there and tried to delete it and I couldn't. So then I wrote a whole entire two-piece on there about normally having a great experience with the owners. Been going there since I was a child, but whoever this new manager is rude and everything else, and that's where I got this opinion from. And I had to say that I had never yoked them before, and I shouldn't have done it then. Okay, so I've learned my lesson to not yoke people's business without talking to the management, because there's a way for you to be able to fix it. Thank you, Dante. Anyway, that's that. Okay, so I want y'all to be able to know that there's a way for you to be able to build your team. And even if it isn't, at this point, there are certain people that won that we didn't want to win, and now we have them. Now you can hold them accountable, though. Now you can say, hey, this is what you said you were going to do on your platform. Do it. Okay, and make them be able to say, yeah, I did say that, and I'm going to be on top of my game, and hold them accountable, or they won't be voted in again. So I wanted to be able to say that to y'all. I want y'all to think about stuff that's going on around us, because we are close to being at war. We are close to being a third world country because we broke. We are being overran at our borders. And I do understand that. Like I want people to go wherever they want to in life and all over this country to be able to live their life. Okay. The best life that they can. But the more we get those people, the less our taxes benefit us as the people that's here. Okay. And there's a process. They didn't just give me my diploma. They didn't just give me my degree. I had to go get it. I had to stay in class. I had to do what I had to do. And that was a level that leveled me up. And if you're not at that level, then at this point, you need to do the same thing. Not against you coming here. Okay. But I am against my child, art and math classes and stuff being cut, because your kids are now here and now they have to cut his learning time, because they now have to teach it to you in Spanish until you can actually learn English. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have a problem with that, because I actually think they should be focusing on teaching these kids more Spanish. Okay. So, that I have an issue with that, okay? Because I've been putting tax money into this country and I can't get nothing. Okay, they won't give me nothing, but they giving y'all everything that you can. I damn near want to go to the border and sit down myself for some of the stuff that y'all able to get that we can't get as citizens here. Okay, but all love to you. I want you to be happy and everything else. Come out to Juneteenth, enjoy and see what we had to endure, so we could talk and talk about similarities that we have. Are we able to do the Pentagon or no? I'll talk about the Pentagon. Okay, so a couple of hours ago, like 16 hours ago, the Pentagon actually sent out to be able to track ships that are from Russian ships that are at Cuba, and they were close to the coast of Florida. All right, that is a little scary. So, like, how did they get over here without y'all noticing? And then, what the hell are we gonna do if they start busting a grape? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very nervous about that. And how did they get all the way over here and we didn't notice? And now all of a sudden, now we're coming out. You don't know who's behind them. You know what I'm saying? Who's coming with them to do this crazy stuff? They're also talking about a ceasefire, and right now they're talking about a ceasefire. For Ukraine and Russia, and they're trying to see if they can be able to put that together or whatever. I doubt it, because this is white men's toys. This is what this is. You know, rich white men being able to play with toys, and toys are your kids and your husbands and your wives that are out there fighting for rich people problems, okay? Because they're not going to benefit from none of this. All of the military people that I know have some additional trauma from them being overseas and stuff like that, and to me, that shit ain't working. Like, I feel like, thank you so much for being here for our country and being here and fighting for us and everything else. But if I had to ask you if you are okay, are you okay? Okay. Like, what's going on with you where you are you getting everything you need? Because if it was me and I was leading this country, I would have everything that y'all would need, because y'all the ones fighting for us, but they're not. So, just my last two small things. One is, when did we start being friends with the sore loser dude? Okay, when we was little, and the dude, you know what I'm saying, like, y'all running and he fall and he start crying and he don't win the race. When did he become popular? So why are we doing this with Trump? Why are we doing this with this man who's you don't identify with at all? Why are y'all behind this man? And last little step. Black people. All people. We don't all have to get along, and we all don't have to agree on everything. Okay? But there's things called rights. All right? And you should have them just like I should. So, because if I say, and I'm not a Democrat, but if I say I'm a Democrat, that does not mean that I believe in everything that's under the Democrat umbrella at the moment. Okay, it doesn't, and I don't have to. I can love what I want. I can hate what I want. I can push for what I want. I can vote for what I want. If you are a person that you are for abortion but against gay marriage, that is for you. That is what you want to do, and you vote upon that on the way that you want to vote on that. But you shouldn't keep people from being able to do what they want. Meaning that's not your coochie. You should worry about your own. Okay, that's not your husband. You should worry about your own. Okay, and then in saying that, we need to be okay with saying, sometimes I don't agree with a Democratic ending. Sometimes I don't agree with a Republican majority, but sometimes I do. And I'm going to vote that way, because if everybody did that and be selfish about what goes on in their head, in their house, in their heart, then we would have a better understanding of how people really feel. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you for being my therapy every Saturday at 10 a.m. I am Kristie J, and this is the Chisholm Report. If you see somebody out there grinding, let them know you see them shining, and I will see you guys next week. at the same time, same place. Love you.